And even though they got up to the 3, the Chiefs had to settle for 3, tying the game at 16 with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. The Niners were then able to matriculate the ball down the field, eventually draining the clock all the way down to the 2-minute warning. And this had them facing a very, very key 3rd and 4. Basically, if this is a first down, San Francisco essentially could drain the clock and kick a game-winning field goal. But instead, Spags sent McDuffie on a well-crafted sneaky blitz, and Purdy was unable to complete his throw. That set up a 53-yard field goal, which Jake Moody did indeed nail. The problem is that only put the Niners up by 3 points with 2 minutes to go in the game, and the Chiefs still had 2 timeouts. And it was at that moment I knew San Francisco probably messed up big time, because if Mahomes and company can do it in 13 seconds, 2 minutes is basically an eternity. So the drive started with Mahomes connecting with Kelsey, Noah Gray, and Justin Watson before a dump-off pass to McKinnon converted a key 3rd and 2. Travis Kelsey then shook Fred Warner to take a shallow crosser up the left sideline 22 yards. This had the Chiefs at the 11 with 1 timeout and 10 seconds left in the game. Mahomes took one last shot. It was incomplete to Kelsey into the end zone before Butker tied the game up at 19 apiece to force overtime, which is only the 2nd time that overtime has ever happened in Super Bowl history. The 49ers, though, won the toss and opted to receive, which was interesting considering the new overtime rules and each team now being able to respond regardless of the opening drive of the opponent being a field goal or a touchdown. Andy Reid said if they would have won the toss, they were going to opt to kick it first regardless. So this is actually exactly what they wanted. And with that, Brock Purdy dirted a ball on 3rd and 14 after KC's defense held strong according to plan, but not so fast because Trent McDuffie got flagged for holding, which was an automatic first down. This gave the Niners more life, allowing them to convert a 3rd and 2 to Ayuk for 11. CMC then high-stepped up the left sideline for 24 yards. Purdy had an incredible scramble to extend the play to the right and connected with Kyle Juszczyk for the first down. L'Jarius Sneed in coverage, which was honestly wild to see. Fullback versus L'Jarius Sneed, he won. Yeah, wild. San Francisco then got as close as the 8-yard line, looking to score or at least move the chains on 3rd down and 4. And honestly, they should have scored a touchdown here. I'm being serious. Jawan Jennings beat Jalen Watson here on the right side, which would have probably resulted in a walk-in touchdown. However, thank God Chris Jones exists, because he got immediate pressure on Purdy, which forced him to throw up an incomplete prayer, and therefore the 49ers had to kick a field goal. This meant the Chiefs could win in overtime if they marched down and score a touchdown. Well, things looked shaky at first when Pacheco was stopped on 3rd and 1. So on 4th and 1, Mahomes not only asked Coach Reid for a specific play, but said, if Kelsey is covered, I'm going to run it myself. And that is exactly what happened. The play action to Pacheco caused Bosa to bite, and Kelsey drew enough attention to allow Mahomes to pick up an easy 8 yards, a perfectly executed play. MVS then caught a pass that took him backwards, making him lose 4 yards, a big mistake by the veteran, but Mahomes went right back to him on the very next play to set up a 3rd and 6, and Rice took a shallow crosser to the 41 for the first down. Pacheco then caught back-to-back passes to set up another 3rd down, but no problem because Mahomes scrambled up the middle for 19 yards, a scramble that reminded me a lot of the end-of-game scramble Mahomes had in Super Bowl 57 against the Eagles. Travis Kelsey then proceeded to plow ahead for a quick pass to the 3-yard line to set up 1st and goal, and with both teams absolutely exhausted, all the Chiefs needed here was a 3-yard touchdown to win it all. And you know what they did? They pulled out a version of corn dog, basically, the play they scored 2 touchdowns on last year in Super Bowl 57, where the receiver goes in motion one way pre-snap, then reverses their motion once the ball is snapped to run a route the opposite way. Well, that is exactly what Mecole Hardman did, and it worked to perfection, leaving him wide open for the game-winning touchdown, with everybody, including myself, losing their minds. This is quite the redemption story for both Mecole Hardman and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the only pass catchers to score touchdowns for the Chiefs in this game. MVS struggled pretty greatly in the regular season. Meanwhile, Mecole was sitting on the bench with the New York Jets before the Chiefs traded back for him prior to the trade deadline, and both of these guys showed up big when it mattered most.